Hello guys, welcome back to another video today. I'm so excited for this one. We are going to just be doing what I read in a week as a corporate girl. I have a 9 to 5 job which I work 5 days a week, and I just love this type of content. I love seeing like how much reading people can fit in, how to squeeze in some more reading time in my own life, and like it's just the content I like to see. So let's catch up on what I'm reading at the moment. Today we are like 100 pages in to Born for This by Caitlin Devlin. Some of you may be thinking, well, didn't know she had a new book out yet. It's actually not out until February 11th. So when she messaged me being like, would you like a copy of this? I've never been so excited for anything. I mainly fell in love with Caitlin's writing last year when I read The Real Deal, which is like her debut novel. As a Dance Mums fan, it was everything. I loved it so much, and I always said like her writing style reminded me so much of Taylor Jenkins Reid. Just like the way she told the story, and her writing was just so beautiful and so like, I don't know, like really addicting to read. Like it just like scratched my brain, right? Caitlin is like a book talk girly as well. Like I follow her, I just watch her videos like I would watch anyone's videos. So I literally have been like following along on the journey of her writing this book. We are about 100 pages into it. This is basically about a girl who's like an aspiring actor, but she's also like kind of a nepo baby because her aunt is like one of the most famous actresses in the world, but she doesn't actually know her. Her family does not have contact with her aunt. One day she hears that they are writing a biopic about her aunt, and she's like, I want to play her. And so basically the two of them get in touch, and that's kind of as far as I have gotten in the story so far. So far I am invested 100%, and yeah, I'll keep you guys posted on what I think. I always like to have a Kindle book on the go at the same time because I love reading my Kindle like to help me fall asleep at night. It literally sends me straight to bed. My Kindle book is always like my silly book. Like I can just read whatever I want there. It does not have to be like amazing literature or anything. I think I'm gonna read a novella which is called Bouquets and Buckles. I have a little bit of time left on my lunch break, so I'm just gonna read some of Born for This. So I'm currently on page 104 in my book, so hopefully I can get like a solid like 20-30 pages done in the next half an hour. This book, I just want to say, this book gives me like a mix of Daisy Jones and the Six and The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Like I think the main characters are very Evelyn Hugo coded, but like also they're just gone into like a bit of an interview kind of style as well, which I absolutely love. So far so good. Okay, I managed to read like 30-ish pages. I'm on page 140, but the point I just wanted to raise was how floppy this book is. It's kind of giving me joy. Like I can leave it like on my bed just sitting like this. So anyway, back to work the night, and I will see you guys after work tonight, and hopefully we can get some more reading done. It's currently like 5:30, just finished work. So excited for dinner because we're having pizza. My mum and dad went to the shops and got us pizzas, but they got us the good pizzas, the Pizza Express pizzas. I'm so excited. I do in fact need to post a little TikTok, and then I'm thinking I'll read for like 10 minutes before I go down for dinner. Just had dinner and it was so good, so we're gonna sit and edit some TikToks before I go in for my shower, and then we can finally start reading for the night. Currently 8 PM. Don't know if you can see that, but we are in bed. I'm not actually wearing any of my nice Bow Avenue pyjamas, which I've really been loving recently because it is freezing in this house. It was like kind of too warm earlier, so we turned the heating down, and I fear we might have really overcompensated because now I'm literally like shivering. Feeling really cozy to be honest, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep going with this book. I'm hoping I could maybe get like, it's only 8 PM, so I feel like I could really get into it tonight and really read like 100 pages or something. I don't know, I don't want to be crazy, but I feel like I could really get in the zone tonight. I kind of showed a little clip of this earlier but I don't know if you guys saw, but just whenever I'm reading, I always have this playlist on which is called Rain and Reading. I just made this up myself. It was like one night where I just wanted a playlist. It was like when it's like raining outside and you just want to read. This has like a mix of instrumental like piano songs and then also just like kind of softer songs that I enjoy. I say that, I'm pretty sure I literally have like Luke Combs in here and stuff and like country songs, but it's just songs that like, I don't know, was fitting my vibe for reading. I have just kept adding to this over the years and I love it so much. If any of you want to follow me on Spotify, I have linked it in the description. But yeah, I'm just gonna put this on and get reading. Guys, I'm low-key in such an ice cream era right now, even though it's genuinely been one of the coldest winters of my life. I've just really been rocking with the ice cream these days. Hello guys, I'm coming at yous like 2.5 hours later. It's like 10:30 now and I have made it to page 242 of my book. So I did read about 100 pages tonight, which was so nice. I feel like I actually just had time tonight to properly get into my book. It's like a nice change actually, just having like free time to sit and read as much as you want. I just feel as though Caitlin Devlin's writing is so like immersive. When you start reading it, you literally just become like so immersed in the world and the characters and stuff. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm really into this now and I'm like terrified and so curious just to see where it's gonna go and like what is gonna happen. But the reading is very much still gonna continue now because I'm putting all my lights out, going to bed, but I'm bringing my Kindle into bed and I'm gonna start my new novella, so I will update you guys on that in the morning and I will speak to you guys in the morning. Guys, I was kind of planning on reading on my lunch break, but the sun has just came out, which honestly feels like it's been the first time I've actually seen daylight in weeks, because do you know that way during winter, like you just basically go into work when it's dark and you leave when it's dark, and then even recently when I've been working from home it's been like dark all day. So this feels like a miracle and I need to get out there right now. So I'm gonna go out for like just a quick like 20-minute 30-minute walk and then we'll come home and hopefully do a wee bit of reading then as well. Okay, so I just nipped out to my car really quickly to get 2 books that I recently bought that I just forgot to bring in from the car. When I went outside, the sun was like beating down on my face. Honestly, if you're literally from anywhere like that's not the UK, it would probably feel like freezing cold to you. But to me, who's been living in -5 degrees, this feels like a summer's day. I'm so excited. But anyway, so I'd show you guys very quickly what 2 books I got because I'm running out of minutes on my lunch break. But number 1, I got Kristen Hannah Wilde. She is one of the authors I am like adamant I'm getting into this year. I'm adamant I'm gonna read The Nightingale and Firefly Lane, but this was the only one I could see in Waterstones, so I got this. It's a bit of a mystery vibe almost, so I think this will be a good one to read. Then I picked up this book because I thought it looked so good, Small Things Like These. Showed my boyfriend and he was like, oh wait, that's the movie that Cillian Murphy's in. Obviously I can just see that there now, and I just thought it looked really good, so I'm definitely gonna give this a read as well. It's very small. Guys, I know I was supposed to be out a walk right now, but we've just booked a spa trip this weekend. Kind of so excited. Guys, I'm so happy to have the sun on my face. My dad got me a Caesar salad from Marks and Spencer's, which is so exciting because they literally do the best Caesar salads ever. But I've just realised this one like has eggs in it, which I will not be eating. Okay, I'm just about to go back to work soon. Thought I would give some updates on the book. I am currently 266 pages in. Just about 100 pages left, so I'm kind of hoping that I finish it tonight. But this is like majorly given me, it's like a mix between The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and Daisy Jones and the Six, because like I obviously don't want to give too much of it away, but the kind of writing style, it alternates between our main character Harley and then also Rachel, who's her aunt, who she's playing in the biopic. It like alternates between her point of view and then Rachel's old diary entries. You get to hear in Harley's chapters, like, you know, maybe a story that Rachel's telling or what people think they know about Rachel. And then in the diaries, it's Rachel explaining the way it actually happened at the time. And yeah, it's just very cool. So it gives that kind of like Daisy Jones like interview style almost, but it's a diary instead. But yeah, I am a big fan of this. I will hopefully finish this tonight. In regards to my novella, started that last night. There's not really much to say about it. I kind of knew like it's a novella, so it's not going to be anything crazy, but yeah, I didn't get too far in it before I fell asleep, because that's what always happens when I read on my Kindle at night. But hopefully we'll get a wee bit more of that done tonight as well. Okay guys, so this is literally tea, and firstly my hair is not crazy, it's still just drying. I like briefly put my camera on charge and was like, I'll pick up my book for like a few chapters just while it's charging. I finished the book. I finished Born for this. Genuinely no words. I was hooked, and that was crazy, and I'm so grateful we got a very satisfying ending, because I was, see, as like the page count was going up and up and up, and I knew we only had about 400 pages, and I was literally like, how is this going to end? We did get a satisfying ending, which, like, thank God, made it all worth it. But guys, this book was like tea. This was honestly crazy. It won't be anything less than a 4 stars, but I definitely need to like let it marinate on what exactly I want to rate it. Like, it's almost left me empty. Like, you know when you like get so into a book and then it finishes and you're literally like staring at the wall? That's kind of me right now. I feel like at no point in the story do you know who is telling the truth or who you can trust. Like, that makes it sound really like eerie and really like a thriller. It's not like that, but I think that's what made it so addictive, and you just never had a clue what was going to happen next. I feel like you think you know what's going to happen next, and I definitely didn't. But it was incredible. I would highly recommend. Next book I'm going to read is Out on a Limb. I have been wanting to read this for ages. This has been on my TBR for so long, to be honest. I think it's finally time, because I want a little palette cleanser, because that was such like a heavy, but not heavy, but like it was an intense book. I'm like, just give me a little lovely palette cleanser now, and then we can go into something a little bit crazier again afterwards. I'm going to start this the now. It's not to be dramatic, but I physically do not know how to get into bed and read without a bowl of popcorn. Like, I physically don't know how. We're all tucked up with my popcorn. Oh, where's Eloise? Got my popcorn, got Eloise, and I've got my book. Life literally couldn't be better. I have just read the author's note, and like, I'm already tearing up. I'm already emotional, and I fear this book might change my life, like purely just from her writing and how beautiful her author's note was. I'm literally like, am I prepared for this book? Probably not. I'm sorry, there's been a slight interruption to the reading, because I have just gone onto my phone and seen that I have just hit 500 subscribers on YouTube. I honestly was going to talk about this anyway in this vlog, because I really just want to like explain this, but the fact that I've hit 500 subscribers tonight, I'm like, I need to talk about it now. When I started this YouTube channel, me and my boyfriend would talk about it, and I'd literally be like, you know, I understand that like for like at least a year, 2, 3 years, like I am not going to have engagement, because I know literally how hard it is to grow on YouTube. And obviously I'm so thankful that I have the little community I have on Book Talk that's like came over to YouTube as well. But still, like, that doesn't always happen, and I didn't expect that would happen. I didn't expect people from TikTok would then come and subscribe to my YouTube channel, that they would want to watch like longer videos and stuff of me just like chatting. I know to some people like 500 subscribers might not seem like a lot, but like I feel like on TikTok sometimes it's easier to become like desensitized to numbers because there's so many like viral videos and people just see you on the For You page and stuff, and it sometimes feels a bit accidental. Like I still have very much like imposter syndrome, like I'm just doing this for a laugh, and like it's just like our little community, even though it has grown so much. But YouTube to me feels so much more intentional, and the fact that there are literally like 500 people who have gone out their way, whether they've seen it on TikTok or they've just seen me on YouTube, they've gone out their way to be like, oh, I'll subscribe. My 2025 goal was to hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, and the fact that I have hit 500 and it's the 14th of January, I'm honestly speechless. And I just want to say to every person who has either just discovered my YouTube channel or came from TikTok and taken the time to leave a comment or subscribe, I literally cannot thank you enough. Like I cannot explain how like prepared and fine I was with the fact that like I would probably be posting videos like into the abyss for like a year or two and no one would be engaging, because I really do think YouTube is a lot more difficult to grow on, and I have so much respect for people who have been doing this for so much longer. But I think it's just so unexpected how just lovely you guys have been, which I don't know why I'm surprised because it's been the exact same on TikTok, but I just wanted to say thank you. But I'll cut it out because this is literally a reading vlog, so literally enough of this soppiness. So I'm going to do some more reading and I will talk to you guys in the morning. Good morning guys, I'm about to go to work, but I just got these new like hand warmers, hot hands. It's been so cold in the morning recently and I took them out because I was like, oh, they might take a while to heat up, but these are already kind of heating up, so I'll let you guys know how they are. I'll give you my review. It's actually such a nice day here, so I have came down to like sit at the water and I've got my book and I'm gonna read. Guys, this is low-key the best day of my life because it's such nice weather. I'm in such a good mood. Hello, we are home from work. I feel like I've had quite an active day today because when I was at work, obviously went out a walk, sat by the water to read, just came home, had my dinner, and then me and my dad walked down to the shops because I really wanted Nutella, to make Nutella and strawberries because it's just what I'm in the mood for. And the strawberries are going to go out of date soon, so I'm kind of doing everyone a favour. But yeah, I feel like I've really been like out and about today and just moved a lot. I'm gonna get in for a shower, make my chocolate and strawberries, and then we're gonna sit down and read. I am loving my book so much so far. I got to like page 60 last night, and then today I've got to like page 150 because I've literally just been loving it so much. Like I've just wanted to read it constantly. Yeah, I'm so excited to keep reading that tonight and just let you guys know what I think. We're back. We have our strawberries and chocolate in hand and of course my lovely book. So I'm gonna read this for a while. This is just like, sometimes I feel like this was written for me. It is just like perfect. It genuinely is just like pure joy reading this book. This book is actually like sunshine and I love it so much. When I was reading it last night, felt like I had read 10 pages and I looked and it had literally been 60. It just has that feeling like the two main characters are both absolute sweethearts. The main character, Beau, a sweet angel. He reminds me so much of Kian, which I think is why I love him so much. Yeah, I'm basically just obsessed with him and I'm just gonna sit here with my strawberries and chocolate and my sweet book and just be so happy. They've also just made an ACOTAR reference, and you guys know I literally don't like ACOTAR, but I really enjoy that reference. I am just getting into bed and I'm picking up my Kindle because I think I'm going to finish my novella tonight. So I've not really spoken about it on here, honestly, because like there's not too much to even say about it. Like it's just a silly novella. This is basically her best friend's dad and she gets snowed in. I'm enjoying it. I have no beef with it, but it's probably going to be like a 3 stars just because of the length. Like you obviously cannot get invested, but I do love this author's writing a lot. I think she tells a story so well and like keeps you very much like on the edge of your seat. She does such a good job at like creating like the tension and like it almost feels like a bit of a slow burn. Like especially her longer books, they feel very slow burn and they give me exactly what I'm looking for. So I would definitely recommend her other books, and I would also recommend this as well, but I'd recommend her other longer books more. But I think I'm probably going to finish that tonight because I think I only have like, I have 40 pages left. But yeah, I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning guys, and apologies for the worst lighting you've ever seen in your entire life. I am going to work this morning again. I didn't really have time to film this morning because I was running so late, but I've just got another day in the office, so I'll just take you guys along for the usual routine, pray, and then hopefully some reading on my lunch, but it depends how the weather is, and then I'll be back here again tonight. I also cannot stop listening to Guilty as Sin this morning, so love that for me. Besties, I am here to severely apologise because I have filmed like nothing today. It has just been the busiest day. Like I got out of work late and then came home and my family were here for dinner and I've just taken them home. So it's literally 9:47. My bedtime mode is literally on my phone. And yeah, I am just so sorry. I've just not had the chance to sit down and film or even really read today other than what I read and prepped this morning. But to be perfectly honest with you, this is probably more realistic of what I actually read in a week as a corporate girl. I've been thinking this where I've been like, oh my god, this video has been so much fun to film because it's the most consistently I've read in a while, and it's really made me realise, like I kind of knew this anyway, but like just for your guys' information, I feel like people get slagged a lot on Book Talk if they read like over 100 books a year and people are like, how do you even fit that in, like you don't have a life, you don't work. But this video has literally been the prime example. Like I have been working full time 9 till 5:30 every single day. Like I've just been reading a little bit on my lunch breaks, not even the full hour, like just even for 20 minutes, half an hour, reading a little bit in the morning, reading a bit on the train, and then reading for like at least a solid hour at night time. And that hasn't been difficult to carve out. It's literally just been me reading instead of going on my phone. And so like I can completely understand how they've done it, because I will have gotten through like 3 books in 5 days, which is not my usual, but like you would be able to read over 100 books in a year if you did that consistently every single day. But yeah, typically, unfortunately, most of my days look like this, where just life happens. You can't always sit down and read every single night. I didn't actually get the chance to finish my novella last night, so I'm gonna finish it tonight on my Kindle and just kind of fall asleep as I'm reading. I promise tomorrow will be a much better reading day because it's obviously Friday and I don't have any plans tomorrow night, thankfully, so I can literally just come home, stay up late reading. But I promise we will be back on our grind tomorrow. I am so tired this morning, but it's Friday, so it's okay. The OOTD today, we've got the comfy leggings on because it's Friday, so I'm feeling crazy. Just so excited to get home tonight and read. That's all I want to do. Guys, I'm also pleased to report that the hot hand little hand warmers are a massive success. I love these. They heat up so fast and they get so hot, but not like burning hot that you can't touch them. It says they last up to 10 hours. They genuinely last, I'd say, probably about 15. Like the past few nights I've had them, they have still been warm, like at night. You just basically take them out of the bag, give them a wee shake and put them in your pockets and they just automatically heat up. It's giving sponsored, but Hot Hands can sponsor me if they want, because I love these. Good evening everyone, happy Friday. Are we all excited for a night of reading? I know I certainly am. I honestly feel like I need it so much tonight. It's been so real, today has not been my day at all. It's just been one of those days where you literally just go, right, we just need to try again tomorrow and it's fine. Like just switch off, try again tomorrow. So that is what we're doing. I can already feel it's going to cheer me up so much doing this little vlog and reading this wonderful book. Honestly, I love this so much. Like, I read a tiny bit in Pret this morning. I really did not film a thing. It was so busy. I was actually thinking to myself, oh my god, I'm gonna get so many good clips in Pret this morning because it's a Friday. Like, it'll be quieter because not as many people go into the office on a Friday. It was absolutely mobbed and I just did not like have the balls to even like record on my phone, let alone get my camera out. So I was just reading, but we did get to page 283 in the book and I think there's like pretty much exactly 400 pages in this book. I'm definitely like just in the mood to binge it tonight and just get lost in this world, because I will talk in depth about it after I finish the book, but to me so far, like, this book has felt like therapy. Like, it's genuinely been the most healing thing I've ever read. Even when I don't completely relate to what the characters are experiencing or going through, just the writing in it is so like healing and therapeutic. Like, I find myself tearing up like reading the most casual scenes because it's just so lovely, or so like, I don't know, I'm obsessed with it and I think it is literally exactly what I need tonight. We're gonna make this night the silver lining after not the best day. I will say the one thing that has got me through today, as always, I have not stopped listening to Dancing Through Life. I feel like I was kind of starting to like move on from it and maybe like get over the phase, but no, I have one bad day and I immediately need to start listening to Dancing Through Life again. Guys, it's so nice. This is like, actually, it's like tearing me apart. Not in a bad way, but like emotionally. It's shut up, Jen. I need like 10 minutes to just stare at the wall and just cry. Okay, I feel like I'm finally ready to unpack what I just read. I feel like within the first chapter I knew this was going to be a 5 stars. Well, I was hoping it would. I cannot encourage people to read this enough. Like, I've made a video before on TikTok talking about books that gave me like a warm fuzzy feeling inside. Like, they're books that made me believe that the world is good, that people are good. This is one of those books. This book is literally, I've said it a few times, but like, this is genuinely pure joy. I loved every second of it. No notes, no nothing I would change about this book. It was genuinely perfect. I loved every second. I fear this is going to become one of my, like, you know the way it is like every time I bring up A Man Called Ove on my TikTok, or like You Deserve Each Other, and everyone's like, here we go again. Like, will she ever stop recommending this book? I fear this will now be me with this book. I won't really know how to talk about anything other than this book. There's not too much I can say on it other than it's literally perfect and it's one of the most wonderful books. But it is literally midnight now, so it's time for me to go to bed and I shall speak to you guys in the morning. So I think that concludes our week of reading as a 9 to 5 girly. So let's do like a little summary of what I did actually read this week. We started off with Born for This. I ended up giving this a 4.25 star. I absolutely loved this. Really would recommend people to read this. If you're wanting to try something that's like not specifically romance or like fantasy, you're wanting to try something a little bit different that's just like contemporary fiction, I think that's what it's classed as. More than anything, it's just a brilliant story. I loved this and I would highly recommend it. Then after that we read Bouquets and Buckles. So I've barely talked about this because I feel like it was such a short novella that there wasn't too much to say, but I actually did really enjoy this. I love Elliot Rosie's writing and I love the Crimson Ridge series so far. I'm so excited for the next book to come out this year. I'd probably rate it like a 3 stars, but I would definitely recommend people to read like her other books in that series as well, because yeah, I just love her writing, I love her storytelling, I love like the tension she can create between characters, and it's always just kind of crazy. Like the plot is always just a bit feral, but like I kind of eat it up. And the last book I read this week was of course Out on a Limb. This is officially my first 5-star book of the year. This is truly like one of the most amazing books I've ever read. I feel like I've actually not really spoken about the plot that much, but if any of you are curious, this basically follows a girl and a boy who they both have a disability. The story starts with them having a one-night stand. She gets pregnant. This is not a spoiler, this is like just the plot of the book. I think this is such like a character driven romance and it is truly just like, oh my god, like I was smiling the entire time, like genuinely from the moment they met until the very end of the book. I was smiling the entire time. For me, like my favourite romances will always be the most like realistic ones and the ones where people are genuinely just like kind to each other and like gentle with each other, if that makes sense. And I really felt that so much about Win and Bo. They truly just took care of each other and that's what made it amazing, but they did it in such like a light-hearted funny way. But yeah, so Born for This was around 400 pages, my novella was 150 pages, and Out on a Limb was around 415 pages. So in total we read just over 950 pages this week. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little vlog. Please let me know if you want any more kinds of videos similar to this, because I absolutely loved filming it and by far it's my favourite video I've done so far. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. If you want to follow me on my other social media accounts, they are linked in the description, and I will see you guys next week for another video.